afternoon and welcome to the Gallery TV News at 12 noon. I am Onyinye Ede. While we are yet to unfreeze L.A.S.G campaigners' bank accounts, Malami, the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami San, has given reasons the federal government was yet to obey the court order to unfreeze bank accounts of 20 L.A.S.G protesters. Malami, who spoke on a Sunrise Daily, a Channels TV program in Lagos yesterday, Malami said the federal government's decision not to unfreeze the bank accounts immediately was because it was still weighing options as allowed by the law on such matters. On October 15, 2020, Godwin Emefiele, governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, directed banks to place a post-no debit order on the account of 20 persons linked to the L.A.S.G campaign. 3 weeks after Mike Aduaka, counsel to CBN, contained an ex parte ordered from the Federal High Court in Abuja to freeze the bank accounts of the L.A.S.G campaigners for a period of 90 days. At the expiration of the 90-day order on February 2021, CBN moved to extend the period but later withdrew the application on Wednesday. It was on this note that Ahmed Mohammed, a judge of the Federal High Court in Abuja, ordered the unfreezing of the bank accounts. But speaking on the program yesterday, Malami said, "We need to take in a lot of factors with particular reference to the compliance with the court order and within the context of striking a balance. The options that are available are multiple." And still on the L.A.S.G, federal government, police, and the Lagos state government warned against fresh protests. The federal and Lagos state governments yesterday warned organizers of Occupy Lekki protests to desist from their action slated for tomorrow or face their wrath. Aside from both governments, Lagos State Police Commissioner Mr. Akim Odumosun also advised the protest organizers to have a rethink, but the organizers insisted that they would not be intimidated into backing down. The organizers of the protesters said earlier in the week that it was meant to counter the pronouncement of Lagos State panel on L.A.S.G protest, which gave Lekki Concession Company, operators of Lekki toll gates, the all clear to restart operations. This is even as another group of protesters vowed to counter the Occupy Lekki protest to save Lagos from further destruction. Speaking on the planned protest at a media briefing in Abuja yesterday, Minister of Information L.A.S.G Mohammed said the federal government will not fold its arms and allow another round of protests under the banner of L.A.S.G movement. Mohammed, who pointed out the atrocities visited on the country and Nigerians during the violent L.A.S.G protests of last October, warned that any further resort to violence in the name of L.A.S.G will not be tolerated this time. And on the foreign news, China bans BBC World News from broadcasting. China has banned BBC World News from broadcasting in the country, its television and radio regulator announced on Thursday. China has criticized the BBC for its reporting on coronavirus and the persecution of ethnic minority Uyghurs. The BBC said it was disappointed by the decision. This follows after British media regulator Ofcom revoked state broadcaster China Global Television Network's CGTN license to broadcast in the UK. Ofcom's decision earlier this month came after it found that China Global Television Network's license was wrongfully held by Star China Media Ltd. China Global Television Network was also found in breach of British broadcasting regulations last year for airing the allegedly forced confession of UK citizen Peter Humphrey. In its decision, China State Film, Television and Radio Administration said BBC World News reports about China was found to seriously violate broadcast guidelines, including the requirement that news should be truthful and fair and not harm China's national interest. It said that the BBC's application to air for another year would not be accepted. The BBC said in a statement, "We are disappointed that the Chinese authorities have decided to take this course of action. The BBC is the world's most trusted international news broadcasters and reports on stories from around the world fairly, impartially, and without fear or favor. The commercially funded BBC World News Television channel broadcasts globally in English. In China, it is largely restricted and appears only in international hotels and some diplomatic compounds, meaning most Chinese people cannot view it. British Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab called the move an unacceptable curtailing of media freedom. And now let's join Titilayo Olamide for the entertainment news and sport news.
In life, you can never be too sure who to trust. This is the story of Mrs. Ungazi. Mrs. Ungazi just wants to use the ATM.
Good afternoon, Mama. Let me help you out to your withdrawal. You don't need to stress yourself.
Thank you, but I can handle it myself.
The man is just being kind, right? He just wants to help, right? Wrong. All he needs is a good look at the pin. Will he succeed?
To my L.A.S.G fans, I say, sorry.
Do not share your card PIN with anyone. Keep your account information private and ensure no one is watching you while you enter your PIN. UBA, Africa's global bank.
Now on entertainment news. Veteran Nollywood actor Pet Edochie endorses son for presidency. Popular Nollywood actor Yul Edochie has been endorsed by his father, Pet Edochie, who is a veteran in the movie industry, to run for the 2023 presidential election. Yul revealed his father's full support for his presidential ambition on his Instagram page on Thursday, February 11. In the less than 3-minute video tagged, "My father's chief, Pet Edochie, endorses my 2023 presidential ambition. God Almighty, take absolute control," Pet confirmed his position. Although the Nollywood star admitted that he is not into politics, Pet said it is not compulsory for all his children to follow his career. Plus, popular American jazz musician Chick Corea dies at 79. Chick Corea, an American composer, keyboardist, and band leader who won 23 Grammy Awards, has died of a rare form of cancer at 79. According to a post on his Facebook page, the musician died from a rare form of cancer which was discovered very recently. In his career, Corea won 23 Grammys and was the 4th most nominated artist in Grammys history. And that's it on entertainment news. Now, sports news. Tokyo 2020 chief Maurice resigns over sexist comments. Tokyo 2020 chief Yoshiro Mori bowed to mounting pressure and resigned Friday over sexist remarks. The resignation and the leadership vacuum left behind by the controversy add to the woes of organizers struggling to win over a skeptical public less than 6 months before the virus delayed games. Morio, says 83, sparked domestic and international outrage by claiming last week that women speak too much in meetings with officials, sports stars, and Olympic sponsors, slamming the remarks as inappropriate. On Friday, he announced he would step down, effective immediately. And that's it on sports and entertainment news. I am Titilayo Olamide.
Life, you can never be too sure who to trust. This is the story of Mrs. Ungazi. Mrs. Ungazi just wants to use the ATM.
Good afternoon, Mama. Let me help you out to your withdrawal. You don't need to stress yourself.
Thank you, but I can handle it myself.
The man is just being kind, right? He just wants to help, right? Wrong. All he needs is a good look at the pin. Will he succeed?
To my L.A.S.G fans, I say, sorry.
Do not share your card PIN with anyone. Keep your account information private and ensure no one is watching you while you enter your PIN. UBA, Africa's global bank.
And that's all we have for you today on the Gallery TV News at 12. Please do join us at 4 p.m. for yet another.
It is here again. Are you an artist looking for a place to produce and promote your musical videos?
Or a content creator in need of a platform to air your program?
The Gallery TV got you covered.
At the gallery, we provide world-class production services
Such as
event coverage,
promotion and production of musical videos,
studio rental,
live streaming of events.
we also provide airtime for your program on all our platforms.
These and lots of other interesting packages, all at an affordable price with a 10% discount.
For more details, you can visit us on our website at www.thegallerytv or on our social media platforms at The Gallery TV on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
The Gallery TV, we set the pace.